It's Tim Curry. Good to see you all. Having a marvelous time. Does anyone think this was actually Tim Curry speaking? Type A in chat. Can't wait to see the results. My light is not on. Am I ever on time? I'm sometimes on time. All that counts, right? There we go. Light on. Boom. Here we are. Ladies and gentlemen. My hair's a little bit of a mess today. I don't know, my cat was licking my head the other day and did something there. So that's not fun. How y'all doing? Y'all okay? You got about 4 people here. That's not bad for a manga stream. A manga stream. Can y'all hear me okay? Looks like we're streaming all the applicable things to the applicable things. What was I gonna do? Oh yes, we need music. Welcome back. Thank you. Same to you. Same to you. Yeah, so let's pull up the dungeon synth I was listening to the last time. What is it? Jotgrim. Nice. So let's do this one. And then we'll do this one in another tab as well. This one seemed nice too. Alright. Alright. How we all doing, everyone? We good? We ready to enjoy some manga? Some manga? Oh my gosh, there we go. So, Alt Q? No, Alt W. Okay, so Shift Q blurs. Alright, Shift W. Oh, that one broke? Why'd that one break? There we go. I must have not done these since OBS updated. Okay. That and then that. So this one needs changed as well to that. Okay. Cool. We good. We good. So Alt W. I can never remember these. Shift blurs, and that's a double blur. Okay. So Shift is blur. Shift is blur. In fact, let me make a text on the screen. Shift is blur. W is wide. Okay, and then we'll just make it invisible so I can't see it. We'll just put it all the way down here. Cool, so I can just see that. Cool. All right. You ready to begin, everyone? Y'all ready for this? Alright, recording is on as well. Let's get music going here. We'll turn this down and turn this on. This was such a good album. Do you guys remember this? Also, we're approaching Griffith's return, aren't we? Are we going to cover that in this stream? Quite possibly. All right. Berserk Volume 21, incoming. All right. Leaping Fish. Timestamp it. Jack, good to see you. Welcome back. Doing some Berserk today. Hope that's cool with y'all. Alright. Let's blur just to be careful. Those ignorant slobs. Wait, their doing's no different from the what they're doing's no different from the heretics. Oh yeah, what's this guy's name? Isidro? It's pretty great. What do we do? Throwing stones won't help us much here. Help us much here, yeah. Have you heard King of Rock and Roll? No, I have not. Still, I'm impressed we all survived. Come on, walk faster, filthy heretic. We don't have all day, you know. First chance we get, we run. Are you alright? I never thought I'd end up together with them. I don't think they figured me out yet. I've got to smooth this over somehow and get away from them. A little too loud. Such a good album, man. I dig it. Hey, buddy. Man, have you got good timing. Whoa, who's that kid anyway? Huh? I can't hear you. Anyway, get over here and give me a hand. Looks like I should investigate, Commander. One sec. And hurry and find the rest of the knights, that little bastard. Are you sure about this? Burn her, roast her, light her up. Oh, she's, well, what did she do? She's imagining, like, all of the people being eaten? Ooh, now make haste the flame. Let the fire purify. Father Mozgus? Oh, man. It gets louder. I need you to stay the same volume. Come on, Casca. We can do this. It doesn't mean... Hey, you serious? Target locked. Not such a big drop. I'm getting kind of used to this. It will be... Wait, hold on. It doesn't mean it will be... Dang. Isidro is coming out of the woodwork, man. Exactly the same. Thou shalt not. Incoming. Get down. You will not escape. This album? Let me show you. Jotgrim, the album is Gromstieg. I have this and the other album I'll put on listed in the description. It's a magnificent album. Really nice. Highly recommend. Oh, we got a double. I can show this. Maybe you aren't. Yeah, not a problem. Happy to share. A shadow on the water. Ho, ho, ho. Part 1. Bestial Priest. But instead, this part is pretty scary. Uh-oh. Every time. A fish that breaches the water's surface. What? Father Mozgus? Some black thing. Uh-oh. Father Moscus was the angel. The angel was struck down. It's a demon. The black demon defeated the angel. Part 2. What was, for an instant I caught a glimpse. Was that? What? Oh yeah, you think I'll let her get snatched again and again? You telling me angels want to steal kickbacks from thieves? Here comes the other one. What the? Get away. Buddy. Oh no. That did it. No way to talk my way out of this now. Fool who fears not the Lord. Swift is heaven's vengeance. He's gone turbo. In the name of heaven I shall deliver punishment unto thee. Father Moscus has recovered his appearance. His wings became fists. He means to fight that demon for us. Please save us, Lord Angel. That's really funny. Oh, cool. I've never heard it. Father Moscus, that form, angelic? No, it's bestial. No matter how much of that wicked power you wield, it's useless. Behold, these scriptures shielded me from your sword of impurity. This is the source of my faith. As long as I take these scriptures to myself, you shall not succeed in harming my body with your detestable power. He's flipped his lid. All the freak really did was get sturdier. Twins, make haste and seize that witch. Those other heretics shall die by the saw. While you're at it, the fact that you are alive in this place must mean that my 4 disciples have been called to heaven. I shall tear you to pieces, as tribute to their memory. What a tough bastard. As powerful as an apostle. If I'm not careful, he'll be tougher than one. Come hither, great strength. Come hither, superpower. Oh crap, here they come again. Yes, yes, look away. If you say so. It's no use, Vice Commander. We cannot hold out any longer. Stand your ground. We knights draw the sword for those who cannot. This battle itself exemplifies a knight's truest ambition. What do we do if not uphold justice at this moment? Oh no, the flames holding back the monsters are dying out. At this rate, dear God. God Thousand Fist Cannon. Wow. That hardcore move. Slice and dice. God breath. You quit pushing your God on me. I'm a skeptic. I'm sure you've heard me on Twitter. I'll stop that mouth of yours so you never preach another stupid sermon. You're definitely too hard on the outside, but how about on the inside? Here. At this rate, you'll never be able to smash ish armor God bless me with. It won't move. All have is can't. I can't. Not a break is short in. Pieces. In pieces. Ow! You hurt his eyeball. They don't have time to notice us. Quit complaining. Guts is taking care of that lizard priest so we can deal with the other 2. No, if I stay here any longer, if I'm with these people, I'll be killed. That's right. I'm not needed here. I can't do anything. I'll just be in the way, even if I'm gone. I'm sorry, Elaine. Lady Farnese, it would be best to leave. The heretic hunters. Now what? The way's blocked. Hey, puffy-haired girl, it ain't safe to run off. Eh? Uh-oh. Oh no. Fell down before they could chop her in half. She okay? She's alive. I sense her presence. Can't tell from this height. All we can do now is pray. Damn them flapping around. If only they'd stop moving just for a second. Seriously, you can leave that to me. I'm not doing it now. At this point, I'd even take help from a cat. At this point, what you gonna do? Just you watch, little monkey. I'll show you who the true champion of the sky is. Burn my Cosmo. Puck Spark. He really did it. Blinded by the light. Nice. Very good. Very good. Meanwhile, they're way too dangerous to be left in one piece. I can say the same for you, kid. The twins, what have you done? Do you abominable people not fear God? You mean to oppose my holy duties to this bitter end? If you want to light a fire for God so bad, why not use your own head as tribute? Retweet. I won't let you touch that woman ever again. He means business. Ooh. Oh. 25 minutes. Started moving again. Please hurry. He can't do it. There's no way. This would be a cool scene to see in an anime. God Thousand Fist Cannon. Go gadget. It's impossible to dodge and slice this guy, and my attacks aren't having any effect on him. With him attacking me constantly, there's no chance to load a shot. Where? Where's his weak spot? In his pants. Uh-oh, trouble. It's like being beaten with stones. Can you not hear them? The voices of supplication? Every person congregated in this place now desires as one heart salvation. They are eagerly awaiting the time of God's victory. Do you mean you care not that tens of thousands of believers shall lose their lives in exchange for one evil witch? Quit sounding so high and mighty. How's burning her going to save these ignorant saps? Got any proof? He might not be completely wrong. There's definitely more malice swirling around this tower than is even normal. I need to like trim my mustache between breaks. But it's unbelievable for it to materialize in such a shape and scale in this world, which I guess must mean... So then, if the ones with the brand are gone, those monsters will vanish too? Hurry up, save us. Don't make me laugh. All they do is pray. Every last one of them, when the fire's under their own ass, all any of them do is bow down. Tens of thousands of people shouldn't cling to just one woman. Oh, but one man can. Prayer is faith in and of itself. Prayer and devotion of all to God. That is the essence of faith. Arrogant man who knoweth not prayer, repent. God pressure. Search your soul as your body burns in the flame of purification. A miracle shall never visit an unbeliever like you. Instead of waiting on some mighty miracle, you should worry about your own body. It looks like that form of yours couldn't stop every slash. Your faith might be your armor, but on the other hand, it's where you're most vulnerable. Scary. Do you stab him in the penis? Oh, man. I can't tell what's happening. It's working. Is it? I see a lot of lines. Oh. If you see God, you tell him this. Leave me the hell alone. Retweet. Oh. Is it Father Maz gone? Is Maz gone? Is he all done? Is his goose cooked? Sorry, Mazgus. Had to do it to you hard. Oh, Lord God, I come now into your presence. But at last I bring your enemy with me. With the last of my last flame, evil shall be consumed. I will preheat the oven to 450 degrees. More atheist Twitter. I'll pass. It might be your time to meet the God you love so much, but it ain't mine. Fly your own ass to heaven. I'll just sit here with my chicken nuggets. My Tyson chicken nuggets that I microwaved. Wow. They call this the fling? Not romantic? Oh, he coming. Mother, the angel died. Can you imagine? He flings him off right here, and as he does it, he says, "Get a life." Oh. We've seen better days. Are we in Midland? Where are we? I don't actually know. They swooping in. Uh-oh. Let me just make sure I shouldn't blur it. God, it hurts. Why? Don't want to die. Why? Damn you. Wow. Killer. Kill the woman. Quit thinking. You can just... What are they doing? Oh, what was... You okay, Casca? It's a great one on the soundtrack. Track 3. Turn this up a bit. Just kidding. Midland borders, land of Holy See. Okay, thank you. I thought we were still in Midland. Reunited and it feels so good. Every time. We thought we could get away from them. But never. Interesting that we're on this like black Berserk screen for every chapter intro. Alright, about halfway through Volume 1, making a good pace here. Oh dear. Some great imagery. They will all be digested. The ones who drove me away, the ones who bound me, they all will dissolve. It will vanish. Everything in my world, including myself. Dude, like, take some ashwagandha. Can you hear it, misshapen child? The roaring lullaby of death? The tower. Take refuge in the tower. Get to a high place. The front's no good. Go around back. Vice Commander, the crowd is surging into the tower. There's no other escape route. We've no choice but to withdraw as well. All Knights guard the people's retreat. But monsters are in the tower too. It's still preferable to this. Falter not, get as many people through the gate as you can. Vice Commander? The gate! Close the gate. No, wait, there's still women and children. Wait, hold on, let me in. What have they done? What have they done? Not again. Third time this week. Ow, it hurts somebody. I wonder if it's broken. I have to hurry and run away from here. If I'm too slow, those monsters will again. Somebody! Ow! Ow, it hurts. Is there anyone there? People. Please, I can't walk. Give me a... Uh-oh. Phew, that was close, like a stampede of cattle. I'm sorry I'm so late. Are you okay? Luca! I saw you from below. Looks like Lane and the others are all right. Although I wasn't sure what to expect when you fell. Luca, come on now. We don't have time to get lost in Reunion. It's a pretty epic, like... Minas Tirith level story going on here. Nina, climb in this barrel. But just do as I say. Luca, what will you do? I'll figure something out for myself. Whatever happens, don't come out. I can't do this. There's no time. Hurry and put your head in. I won't let you. I can't be alone. I'm scared. This is impossible. I say I won't be without you, and I won't. What are you, a baby? Bonk. The time for levity has long passed. Two can't fit in a barrel. Besides, if I get in, who will put the cover on? That's a good point. Really, you are a devout coward. If you're a coward, you might as well show me the spirit of a coward. I'm never going to see you again. I'm going to die. Stay still, hold your breath, and absolutely keep quiet. Show me what it means to be really scared. Someone like you might unexpectedly be the most stubborn survivor, Luca. There. I have sealed you shut with concrete and super glue. You're never coming out of there. Crap. What do we... They've broken through the gate. Man, with that much force, they'll climb up here. Fire, look. Man. Everyone doing good? Everyone liking and subscribing and hitting the bell for awesome, authentic Berserk reaction content? Where I just reuse the same face every thumbnail instead of like different ones that look like this? Or... I'm not getting the views because of it, but... What can you do? Huh, the gooey stuff avoids fire. That angel's more useful dead than alive. Father Mosgus. Whoever doesn't want to die, pick him up. I guess we have no choice, even though I detest fire. Oh, dialogue. Hey, pal, maybe we should leave this exposed for a place for the tower, too. That's like jumping into a feed box. Make no mistake, that's where most of that stuff's going. Seeking shelter is meaningless against something that can bust a castle gate. Besides, it'll be dawn soon. When that's hit by the rising sun, it should either disappear or the power should weaken. Light won't get inside the tower. How? How can you behave this way? In this hopelessness. This is the first place sunlight will hit, where no one can do anything but cling to something. How can he speak of surviving? We last until morning. We win. So precisely like it's a matter of course. How? How can his voice, we're going to survive, sound so reassuring to my ears? Because he's ultimate testosterone distilled into a meat cake. Cheers. Since that day, I've worried I'd been wandering the night. That is a lost, but I had forgotten that this is a lost world upon which the sun does rise. For that alone, I'm much better off than I was. A way out is cut open. Next time. Man, I would have like gone insane reading this live for years. To like end every chapter and be like, I have to wait like maybe 4 months to get another one. I would have gone crazy. Whoops. We're trucking through this. We're actually making really good time. Ooh. I will reach that point. What point? I already forgot what I was talking about. Maybe. I don't know. It seems like now that the production has passed hands into like a team of illustrators, they're coming out somewhat quickly. I mean, was it at the end of like the Millennium Falcon arc or whatever it's called? The Falcon Millennia? Hawk of the Millennium Falcon or something? At the end of it, Kentaro, did I say it? Kentaro Miura? I cannot say the name correctly. I actually haven't heard it pronounced. Said that at the end of that we were like 75 to 80% done. Is that wrong? Like, I think we're past the 75% point. So, and I'm only halfway through the published volumes. So there's a chance that I'll be approaching the end. I don't know. Anyway. Damn it. No matter how much we burn, there's no end. It's one after another. I'm not reading all of the, like, Puck dialogue. There's just way too much, and it's just funny aside stuff. What are these things? The malice of those who've died of plague or torture in this place. It will still take years? Yeah, probably. But, I mean, I've been doing this for probably about a year. I don't know. They're only adapting the stuff that his friend knows about, so there's a chance it'll be very skeletal, and we'll get there quickly. They've put out a good handful of chapters already, haven't they? Since the last one Kentaro illustrated? The malice of those who have died. It's absorbing the feelings of the people it's swallowed and steadily expanding. It's full of their bitterness and desire for salvation. If everyone who died bitter turned into this crap, the world would be covered in it like a spittoon by now. Why is this the only place where it's happening? Because of the brand. We're on brand. Didn't you know that? He's right. This kind of thing shouldn't be. It mustn't exist. It's the same as that time, like being in a nightmare. Is this true reality? It's Stretch! If you don't want to die, try making yourself a little useful. Lady Farnese. He stands without retreating in the midst of this overwhelming nightmare, the one and only thing that is certain. Ah, crap, it's creeping up from behind us, too. Do something! Get behind me, Lady Farnese. Oh, Lord, don't pray. If you're praying, your hands are closed. What's that thing in your hands? Retweet. How about instead of thoughts and prayers, you actually learn how to fight cancer? Go to school. School's great. Retweet. People who retweet their own tweets later on. I've been guilty of that. Uh-oh. Barrel physics. No more, I'm gonna get smashed. I'm dead. Let me out of here. I might just end up dying anyway, but this is warm. Not yet, I don't know yet. The more I feel scared, the more I feel alive. The more blood I cough up, the more I know it's warm. Hold your breath and keep absolutely quiet. I'll try, I'm scared, but it means I want to live. Things have been better. Things have been a lot better. Look at that. I really like this panel, actually. The tower is overflowing with monsters. This is nice. What a great image. Incredible. The living, the dead, all the souls here are crying out in desire for one thing. Now all in my entire world is of one thought. It desires the same thing as I. Everything crying out desires me. No, the world I bring forth. Everything will be fulfilled by one voice. All right. Oh, good stuff. The sky falls. They're demanding, they're crying out. Guts, look. It's this. It's resonating with those voices. The Beherit? Hey, Guts. This intense pain. Nice. Very simple, very effective, though. Griffith? Him. Ah, light brimming. Yeah, go for it. I'll throw them in on next Monday's stream. When the sky falls, at the holy ground where blind sheep gather and erect a pillar of fire, it will come. Alright, sounds good. I haven't heard either of those. My gosh. That was quick. Lots of really great imagery. What an awful mess. Not a single person in the tower survived. We're lucky to still be alive. Both the tower and the monsters gone in a night. I don't suppose we were just dreaming. Do you like want to put this on you, Kashka? You like it? Puffy-haired girl. You're all right. I'm alive. I'm alive. All right. Please look. Look for Luca. She was here until a little bit ago. She pushed me to the barrel. I don't know about after that. Say what? Luca! Oh, they found her. They found her in all this rubble. She didn't die? Tell you what, I was sure in trouble with those monsters bearing down on me. Like it or not, this was my only hiding spot, so I jumped. Everyone else is okay? Sorry to worry you, Jerome. Of all the fool... Really, so warm. Proof that it's worth being alive. Even so, after all that loud noise, this place really cleaned itself out. Excuse me. It's like fairies played some trick on us. Well, we must be really Uh-oh. What gives? Oh, they coming. Kushan? These guys are Kushan. What? Why are they here? Those guys from before. Why do I have hiccups? The name's Krishna Sena. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Hold on. There's still 4 minutes in the album left. We'll get there. Don't you worry, Dad. We'll get there. Oh. Could he be the one? I don't know. Black Garbed Warrior. But just as the Oracle proclaimed, something has happened in this pagan land. Though it's hard to believe suddenly. And they all certainly survived in the midst of that monstrosity. The one we seek is likely among them. I care not if they suffer some injuries. Seize all of them. There's especially no need to go easy on that man with a large sword. Presume you can capture him without suffering casualties. Or don't presume. Women and kids, stay there. Is this why I said this is no time for leisurely witch hunting? Well, I guess I'd rather be stabbed with a sword than eaten by monsters. That prick was just faking. Personal feelings aside, in this situation, there's no one more reassuring to fight beside than you. No kidding. Nevertheless, I'd say we're outdone here. They're a troublesome enemy from which to protect the king, and the women. What I'm even more anxious about is this party's strength. They've been straining all night against monsters and aren't used to fighting. They must be at their limits. Oh no, don't move. If you move, the women will... Uh-oh. Taking women and children hostage? You are savages, ignorant of the ways of battle. He's still alive! Heathens, what are you doing on our holy ground? Azan, what tenacity. Ha ha ha. Thankfully, you are unarmed, Lady Farnese. How did you survive, Vice Commander? Yes. The details can wait. First, we must deal with the situation at hand. I was away just a while, but strange things are afoot. Everyone is united against the enemy. Here they come. Oh, what the? Come on again. Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, he's large and in charge. Bada bada. Bada bada bada. What is that? What the? More of last night? Zod! Good to see you, you old bastard. Why is he here? This is truly amazing, and no time for admiration. It is our time to escape. You're right, everyone stay together. We're slipping away. Follow his finger. Something important to look at. I bet it's the return of your good friend and colleague, Griffithith. Think he's here? Is he here? Is he here? Could it be Griffith is here? Oh! Oh! Oh, you complete douchebag. We have so much to talk about. Oh, wow. Wow. What have you done? You complete demon. Good to see you. At that moment, all who were there forgot to breathe and were enthralled. Griffith. And they sensed intuitively that the one they desired had come. Capture that man, all of you. But master, don't lose focus. The reinstatement of our Bakaraka clan resides on this duty. Have you forgotten our bitter history, being driven from our land for hundreds of years? Do not fear, even if he is something other than human. We are a warrior clan. Know that those who fear death shall never join the ranks of the great. You're all going to die. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Capture him before the main army arrives. Uh-oh. Oh, and it's time. We'll play a little bit of Depressive Silence. It's not as good of an album, but I think we go to track 2 here. There we go. Oh, it's loud. Few of them remain here now. Keep up. Lady Farnese, what are you two doing back there? Hurry up. Ah ha ha. Guess we gotta hurry. Casca is, not really feeling this, huh? I'm not really feeling this track. Let's try Atmosphere. Morning. Sure. I like the vintage fantasy feel of this. Make haste. We must get as far from Albion as we can. Where are Elaine and the Swordsman? No, they still can't be. Wait. Haven't you had enough? Shove it. Hands off, Private. We have bigger fish to boil. Ha ha. Oh, man. Dude, I didn't know that Lord of the Rings was showing up. That's not fair. Man, Tolkien, good to see ya. Even the Kushan main army. They haven't noticed us. It's okay, Griffith will, pass his hand over them and they'll all disintegrate. What choice have we got? It's really life or death this time. Son of a bitch! What the? Oh my. Who is that? Not something human. What now? They're still okay. But can just one horseman escape that large army? Don't worry, if the horseman's him, I'm sure he'll do what it takes to protect Elaine. Don't you die on me. I'm going to collect on that debt. Keep your voice down, stupid. Huh, it's not many, but some people besides us made it. It's ironic, all those who clung to God taking refuge in the tower died when it collapsed under their own weight. The non-believers who didn't rely on God, but instead hightailed it out of the refugee slums were the one who survived. Oh my gosh, religion kills you! I don't exactly care to pray ever again at this point. Haha, LeMayo. Griffith has grand plans for this world. I don't doubt it. I'm not really sure what's going on or what he's doing, but interested to see him now that he's back and he's not just some superhero. Trying to go on living is different than trying to escape from fear. Those who acted in order to live until the end without losing themselves to fear and what's happening around them are the ones who survive properly. We don't know what God is thinking, but fortune and misfortune are thrust upon people. Even so, people exist within a domain that is theirs in which to act. Luca, what's that for? Oh, this? The chick that died within the egg? Huh? He died without ever hatching, without ever meeting or knowing anyone. A lonely one like him is sleeping alone under all that rubble. I thought I would pay him tribute. At least one person, however much a sinner. Wow. But if his wish was granted, what's in store for the world? Doesn't make much difference what I think of it. Take care, ladies. I'm in a hurry. I'll take a rain check. Now those were some restless people. It would have been nice to at least say goodbye to Elaine. True. I wonder if she'll be okay. Didn't I say so? As long as that swordsman is with her, no worries. He didn't even bat an eye at that monster, Moscus. It's just one thing that bothers me. You missed Luca's little fourth wall comment? What? What are you talking about? Oh, I'm not even a main character. I see. I'm sorry, I didn't even notice that. I've been trying to read all the little bits, even though I'm not reading them out loud, and I missed that one. That's really funny. I like the fourth wall breaks, actually. When they're applicable, when it's right in the middle of madness, it seems to take me out of it a little bit, but there's been some really funny stuff. The power to protect someone and the power to be with someone are different. But now I'm being overly maternal. It's a bad habit of mine. No, that's not true. The one who's really strong is Luca. She always has the time to worry about people. Do you think Midland will welcome Whitehawk warmly? I have no idea. Guts won't. Guts has a troubled relationship with Griffith, to put it as mildly as possible. I could never mimic her. All this has made me realize my own disgrace and foolishness so much. It's sickening. I'm going to cool my foot off. Are you okay? Yeah, it's gotten well enough that I can go alone. No, actually, I'm relieved now that I know that. I'll stay at Luca's side, listen to her, and let her protect me. That's the best thing for me, I'm sure. Nina? Who's there? Joachim? Joachim, are you alright? Yeah. I was scared to go back to the refugee slum after that. I've been hiding in the mountains. Or after that, I've been hiding in the mountains. Then the Kushan came, and by morning, the tower had collapsed and the refugee slum was a burnt field. All I saw of you run over... I saw you guys come over. Come to my house. And so, I wanted to apologize to you. Back then, I was scared of you. If I thought I didn't betray you, you would all kill me. I can't say this now. I can't just say this now, but I really felt... I thought maybe if we were still together and still I was a coward who abandoned you, he's the same as me. I'm sorry. The same. Goodbye. Wait. The Tower of Rubble. It disappeared like a sandcastle. Fragile, all too fragile. Yes. The thing I stood for, the thing I had faith in, was it so empty a thing? Not faith, no, not that. It was nothing more than diversion, hiding myself behind order and awe to escape fear, to escape frantically the darkness of that night from my childhood. Even if it was only an occasional outlet for despair, my faith was sullied. But all this ostentation, which should have protected me, was brushed away so easily in the face of such overwhelming darkness. I was again, no, perhaps I have always been, in the midst of that night. Be that as it may, how did you come through that, Vice Commander? Finding the monsters before the gate, I lost consciousness as the gate collapsed and buried me. My iron club acted as a support that kept me from being crushed. But when I came to, I was the only one still alive beneath the rubble. What an uncouth plight. Dreams? I would sell out heretics too. Again, I have survived ignobly. Driven by fear, the refugees closed the gate, betrayed on the field of battle by those I must protect. Here's a mess. There we go. I don't style it for my streams. To live long enough to have that bitter experience again, what ill luck. No doubt all the knights feel chagrined. Lady Farnese, it was because of that incident that I adorned myself as a priest until now. I'm departing. Are we returning to the Holy City then? Am I the only one who thinks Berserk will have a truly sad ending? I don't want it to be, but I'm current manga and I fear it will be devastating. I don't know, actually. I could see it going both ways at this point right now. I don't know, but I'm of the opinion, and this is something I really don't appreciate about George R.R. Martin, is that there's no redemptive or restorative payoff for all of the tragedy and sadness. And, I mean, if you're making a postmodern, more atheistic, naturalistic type of fantasy, that's really the only card you have to play. And it's very depressing, and I don't think it's very fulfilling as a story enjoyer for us. Which is why I really hope... I said this in either one or two streams ago. I think really good art, and Lord of the Rings, I think, does this extremely well. Granted, Tolkien was not someone who was very, what would you say, pessimistic, to put it lightly. Berserk has the ability to have the lows contrasted with really nice highs. And so, like, the world is screwed up right now, so lately the unique ending would be the most optimistic. At his core, Berserk is an optimistic story. I think so. I feel like at the very worst, what I would expect from Kentaro's mindset would be all of the people gathering around as friends and colleagues and fighting to the bitter end. Because it seemed like human connection is one of the biggest strengths being communicated in this story. But yeah, I feel like ending on a down note of tragedy after a full epic saga length thing of tragedy is a mistake. I think that's bad writing, and I think it's not fulfilling. And if we want to make art that just reflects reality, I don't know. I don't find a ton of value in that. But also at the same time, art that truly reflects reality, I think does have a level of optimism in it, and that's a very mysterious human element. There's still hope for humanity, yes. If you're being purely naturalistic, and you make naturalistic art, and it's not fulfilling, you should ask why it's not fulfilling. And why art that is optimistic is fulfilling. On like a very deep level. Sorry, that was a very profound topic we talked about, but I feel like it's very important, especially with dark art. such as Game of Thrones and Berserk. Granted, Lord of the Rings isn't that dark, but it gets heavy. It gets very heavy. So, I will follow the Black Swordsman. What? You mustn't. We must return to give our report. I'm renouncing my vocation. Tell that to the Holy See and my father. What? Well, that is the way of things. You have been most helpful, Vice Commander. No, wait a moment. Wait, you two. I have never escaped from that childhood darkness after all. Optimism isn't real. Well, I mean, it can be. Depends on the context. You know, if you're talking like grand scale, that's different than like, I'm optimistic I'll get a promotion or something, you know. Then ultimately it took shape and appeared before my eyes, almost as if it were my destiny. I, who continue to live in fear, I was brought along with the Black Swordsman, the only thing standing in the darkness. Maybe he is my prophet, my saint. I may have been running from a painful reality. It's just freezing on a moment of victory, but then time goes on. Maybe. This may be a good opportunity, but someone must bear responsibility. They left. Phew, I'm safe. You're welcome, Hart. We'd be in trouble, too, if we lost such an important patron. You know, Nina's taking forever. Are you sure? Yeah. If I went back now, I don't think I could leave again. I'm sorry, Luca, to worry you to the very end. I'm going with Joachim. I love all of you. I love you, all of you. But if I stayed with you, I'm sure someday I would hate you again and hate myself. A person hurts someone just because they're strong. Guts is anything but a saint. Yeah, I know. Guts is aloof. The most aloof man in the world. And they hate someone just because they're weak. I know that well enough. That's why I think I'll go with this man who is burdened with the same weakness and sins as I. You know what? No hard feelings. No hard feelings. We don't need a big entourage. You've proven yourself very unhelpful. Go live a happy life with George. You've earned it. Because if I'm with him, I have a good feeling we can both just become just a little kinder and stronger. I want someone to be with, who can trust others without clinging to them. I want to live, keep on living, and see you again, without clinging or fearing. Once I can smile with you with sincerity. She really is a troublesome girl. That day, starting with the fissure opening on the frontier, the shape of the world began to crumble. Boom! We did it. We did it. Halfway through the stream, everyone. An hour in. Guts is pure ego. The moment he learns to love, he is destroyed, but continues to grow despite the trauma. Yeah. Super, how would you say, rough upbringing. Had a history of trauma and abuse. Excuse me. But then, is taken in by Griffith, who he kind of grapples with a little bit, but they have like this mutual respect. And then just complete betrayal. And like, if anything would make anybody cynical, the Eclipse would. But the fact that he still has something to, fight for, and that people are still on his side is very interesting and commendable, and makes for cool character work. So as a writer myself, I really appreciate that element. And it doesn't just linger on like what that prologue was doing. It's just really like, we're post tragedy at this point, and we're still fighting, In another story, Guts would be the villain. True. For some people, he is the average farmer, Yeah, the Eclipse really stuck with me. Like, right after I did that stream, which was, volume 11 or 12, I was like, oof, Red Wedding vibes, Like, some of the most impactful stories out there have their own Eclipse or Red Wedding in them, where it's just, like, devastating, and not even because of the shock of losing characters or the shock of the sudden story twist, but like the tragedy of not letting these characters see an honorable end. It's just like, the rug is pulled out from under you and you just have to let it happen, and it's like super difficult. Cool, great. So we're gonna take a quick like 5-10 minute break, and we'll come back with volume 22. Actually, I didn't timestamp the intermission. I'll have to do that afterwards. Okay. So we'll come back in about 5 to 10 minutes and continue on in volume 22. See where we go from there. So I'll be right back. Joseph? Joseph, you can't kill. That's mean. The cops will catch you. I have Jack Link's product. I will consume briefly before continuing my reading. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Y'all good? Enjoying the new year? Oh, I just realized you said I'll kill Griffith and it didn't show up in the chat. Nice. Well done. Well done, YouTube chat. This Depressive Silence album doesn't really fit the mood of Berserk. We need more of the same from Gromstieg. Let's see if we can find another one. When did I rate this? There it is. Let's try Winter Synth. Or, there is another Jotgrim one. Could try that one. Try that one. Perfect hiking music. Wow. This one's classified in very much the same vein. Winter Schwarz by Jotgrim. Nice. Nice. Alright. You guys about ready to start? Woo-wee. I will begin momentarily. Just give me a moment. All right. Cool. Close the Depressive Silence one. Let me add this one to the list here. Edit. Oops. Winter Schwarz. Do you enjoy Winter Schwarz space ambient winter synth dungeon synth? Why, yes, I do. I'll take 2. Alright. Sorry, I'm kind of losing my mind a little bit. I hope you don't mind. Let's go here. Turn this on. Oh. Oh. Oh, my. I protect, I attack. He comes. So that's the end of the birth arc? Is that what they call it? We are now in the Rent world. Hawk of the Millennium Empire. I said Falcon before. That's funny. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. Hold up, Nico. I'll be the one in trouble if you get lost. Don't I always tell you not to go off into the forest? So don't cry to me if you get eaten by wolves. And lately there's even Kushan. Fairies. Big brother, I saw fairies. What the heck are you talking about? That's why I didn't want to bring this runt along. Lay off him, Toma. But you know, I kind of understand why Nico gets that way, huh? It's kind of like, don't things seem weird lately? They're a little weird. You too? They do. It's like, I can't really explain it. Don't you feel something too? We've been coming to this forest forever, but was it always like this? Like what? Well, I get the feeling I felt this way when I was little too. So what is it? Well, it's just like a forest in a dream or something. Nice, and the music comes in. Turn it up a little bit. Did you just hear something? Someone laughing? Cut it out. The wind. It has to be the wind. Sexy Griffith, is he here? It stopped. Now what? Big brother, look. Nice. An evil forest spirit. The hollows of trees. The ground beneath graves, the whispers of winds, the lull between waves, the depths of wells, the darkness of attics. Secretly, at some point, their silence ceased to be mere silence. Very nice. Like a folk tale told by elders to children, as if it might have been there all along. Something surely breathed within the silence. Good morning, Daddy. We're back. Are you at your father's grave? Did he not make it? Didn't see that coming. Guts, Casca. This is what happens when you let Casca loose. I swear. Gotta keep a better eye on her. She doesn't know any better. She's a death magnet. I guess we took too long. I guess we took too long. It was soon after you left, Guts. I'm sorry. Nah, Daddy said that. He was lucky enough just to see you before he died. Besides, he didn't want you to see his face once he was gone. Thank goodness you found Casca. It was my fault she got lost in the first place. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. You want to know what happened? You want to know what happened because she escaped? Do you want to know what happened? What are you going to do now? You won't leave her again, right? Let's all live together here. I would, but Griffith is... I have observed him. As long as you're here, even Casca will be fine. We can even all fix up the cave and make it more like a house so it's easier to live in. I'm sure if you're with her and treat her well, she won't run off anymore. That's true. Can you make that promise so easily? Actually, I only half mean it. Just as I got her back, in the middle of swinging my sword to get her back, I saw him. The way he appeared before me, he wasn't a demon, he looked so human. As if he'd been stolen from the past the way he used to be. The instant I saw him, I had forgotten my urge to kill. He's not that good looking, dude. And that can't be. Wait, hold on, Griffith, you're so beautiful, I forgive you. Let's let bygones be bygones, bro. Let's hang. It was an aimless journey, relying just on strange rumors and the subtle sensations of the brand, without even knowing where he was, wandering and pushing through the dead spirits, stalking his shadow when he wasn't even in this world. But now he's in the same world as me, on the same ground where I walk, where my sword can reach. Oh, I just remembered we've got a guest. A guest? Yeah, it's somebody from Rickert. It's somebody Rickert knows from way back. They're at the sword cemetery now. He said he was Rickert's friend when he was a soldier. Do you know him too? Long silver hair. He was so pretty I could hardly tell he was a man. More like someone out of a fairy tale. I really still can't believe it. That day when no one but Guts and Casca came back. Judo, Corcus, Pippin. Not one of them. I don't know what happened that day. Guts won't talk about it, and I'm afraid to ask. I thought that everything had ended, had gone away, but you're alive. And here we are again. Oh. Griffith, you are in so much trouble. broken. His best friend come to visit Guts? Whoops. No, not that. There you go. I'm sure Guts will forgive him. Hey Guts, it's me. I look great, don't I? I can walk again, and I have my tongue back. Does that make you happy, Griffith? Guts? I'm Griffith. Sorry. I just kind of forgot who I was for a second. Because I was that weird superhero thing called what a femto. Whatever that means. But now I'm back. Don't worry about it. Do you wanna spar again or something? Where's Casca? Wait a minute. Move, Rickert. I know why you're... I won't. Why are you attacking all of a sudden? You're dead serious. He's Griffith, our Griffith. So why... That's not the Griffith you know anymore. What are you saying? Just get out of the way. No, I don't understand. You never change. You always swing first, talk later. No, rather that same face, that same smile. You're the way we were when we first met. Don't talk to me in that same voice. You! What the hell did you come here for? To see you. It was far too turbulent at that tower. There's no chance to speak with you alone. This place seems more fitting for us. The Band of the Hawk assembling once more. Don't you dare say that name! I came here to know for certain whether anything will shake my heart while I stand before you in this new body of flesh. It seems I am free. You mean after what you did, after all this betrayed, you don't feel anything? I will not betray my dream, that is all. Oh. What? Long time, Black Swordsman. Son! What's wrong, Casca? This presence. Awoo-woo? This album isn't as good as the other one. It's a little more ambient. A little more spacey, but it's fine. Right. The Beast Swordsman versus the Black Swordsman. What happened to his petty existence is beneath our notice. He stopped a blow from Gus's big sword. Who the hell is he? You did well to survive despite my prediction. It pleases me, boy. Oh, man. The unstoppable force meets the immovable object. Amazing! I can't tell what's going on. Oh, finally someone else says it. I'm glad I haven't had to, like, blur anything this whole stream. Why would you visit someone who is beneath your notice? Who wouldn't have a crush on Guts? Done well to attain such discipline. I wanted to cross swords with you again this way, now that you've lived through such carnage. What is this? Why are you with Griffith? Move aside. My business is with him. Words like elegance. Why use words when fewer can do trick? Force your way past. He struck it down. He's evaded. He's got inhuman reflexes. What sword strength? He really is a goddamn monster. Any other sword would shatter. I'm dead if I stay on the defensive. My head could be split in the blink of an eye. Every clash rattles my bones. These 8 strikes you can just ward off. It's the same as that other time, but I can fight. I've struggled through countless nights searching for him, and now... all you are is in my way! Yeah. incredible. I've never seen anything like this, even on the battlefield. He's grown stronger than I could imagine, the way he handles that massive sword. But that wrath, is his rancor directed at Griffith? Why? That's my... He's trying to end this. Oh no, both his hands are tied up. Uh-oh. What a fight. That man was amazing to switch to... That man was amazing to switch to using two swords in the midst of attack and defense the moment he realized his sword was damaged. My gosh. But then there's Guts' split-second judgment. Yeah, I know, right? Using a sword buried in the... He has plot armor. Sword buried in the snow like that the instant he was driven back. Death. Guts has done unbelievably well braving death. Throbbing. A faint throbbing. What are you fighting for, Guts? Why do you try so hard? What is there to fight for in this world? My blood should have been frozen. These feelings must belong to that infant that fused into my vessel. Ba-thump. He birthed it. It's here again. Alright. Unchanged. Splendid. A human who survived the apocalypse. Your strength has gotten through even battles with the apostles. I want to know what's going on with the skeleton knight guy. He's been such an interesting, like, Deus Ex Machina helping from the shadows. I like to amuse myself further with this sword dance of ours. But it seems this horse slayer I stole from the Kushan doesn't quite match up to that demon slayer of yours. Maybe at the very end of the story, Guts dies and becomes the skeleton knight and has to go back in time to help himself. I don't know. Sorry, I'm also a little, like, I don't know if it's allergies or something, but my nose has been a little weird today, so I apologize that it's getting in the way of my narrating. It is a splendid sword, and you possess splendid technique. It all starts here. I've not yet tasted enough. I want to eat your sword. I am hungry. Not likely. Good to know. I've not had my fill. No mistake, that man's Nosferatu Zod. What's happening here? Griffith just be chillin'. Guts. Oh man, things ain't going too well. That's Master Godo's mine. Uh-oh, is Casca down here? Whoa, wait, what? Okay, wait, hold on. What? What's going on between these two? They're fighting. Casca, come back. Don't run off again. You stupid, get back. Guts, I heard a rumbling. So did she come out because because Zod fell in? Is that what happened? I feel like there should have been an extra panel between these two. Am I understanding that right? Like she's coming up from behind because Zod fell into her cave and broke her open? Casca. I wanted to apologize about before. You know, me raping you and leaving you brain dead. I didn't mean it. I just had to do it in front of the others. It was peer pressure. Uh-oh. Trauma. This poor woman. Stow. Oogie. That's enough. Let's go. Wait, where are you? I told you once, I will get my own kingdom. I'm not doing a very good job at it. I'm not very popular either. Nothing has changed. I will get my own kingdom. Alright. We're doing it. Prologue to the war? The Great War? Nothing has changed. Rickard, nothing has ended. If you learn the truth and come to hate me, so be it. But if even then, you say you can still chase the dream, I'll have no cause to refuse you. Well, wait, I don't understand. What's the truth? So, something that I really like about the dynamic between Guts and Griffith is Guts was like born, like his whole life before Griffith was cause for anyone to be a cynic and for anyone to just be like, your morality is subjective. Just choose whatever you want and go for it and get it. And when he came across Griffith, who kind of felt that way, of like, you know, it's upon you to be great and to make your own fame and worth and infamy, and if it's theirs to take, why not take it? But then in the face of all that Griffith has done, acting out the things that Guts has more or less believed in, now that Guts has to experience and live on the other side of someone doing that, he realizes how wrong it is. Whether or not he's ready to admit that, you know what I mean? That's really compelling to me. Someone who maybe they thought they could have gone down this path, but then once someone actually does go down this path, realizes that it's wrong very slowly over the course of this actual story. Does that make sense? Am I wrong on that? I feel like there's an element of like subjective morality going on between Guts and Griffith, and Guts realizing that subjective morality doesn't work. Maybe? I don't know. Let's continue. Wait, I don't understand. What's the truth? Guts, no. You say nothing's changed. Just because Griffith is evil doesn't mean Guts is good. Yes, very much so. Very much so. After everything you did, you say nothing's changed? You should have known. This is the man I am. You of all people. That's why I'm saying I could see a character growth trajectory for Guts post-Eclipse, where he's wrestling with like... Because in a way, Griffith is kind of a mirroring of him in a lot of aspects. And Guts is basically becoming the anti-Griffith the longer this story seems to go on. And I feel like that's more of a reflection of Guts than it is of... I feel like Griffith is just a mirror held up to Guts in a lot of ways. I don't know, could be wrong. I don't know what the rest of the story has to hold, but I feel like there's a lot of character growth that will be happening with Guts as he interacts with Griffith going forward. I mean, obviously, but I mean, in that specific direction, there's a... that would make a lot of sense, but we'll see what we'll see what Kentaro has for us. Guts, tell it to me, the truth. What happened to Griffith and everyone else that day? How painful it is. Don't I have a right to know it too? No, I have to know. Guts! He made monsters show up and they chomped my friends. And then he did sex with Casca and she didn't want it. And then my arm got bit off and my eyeball fell out. And then a skeleton knight took me and Casca away. Guts, really? Yeah, I didn't like it. Suboptimal. That's the truth? How could that? Somehow or other, I'd figured it out. That image was from then. Okay, we're fine. It's no use, it's all buried. What now? This means Guts and Casca's home is and right when we were all together. Yeah, so the cave is screwed up. Now we need to find a new place for Casca. I'm going too. You carried that heavy burden all alone, while I remained ignorant. Comfortable by myself in a place like this. I know that there is an eventual plot line of them trying to get Casca kind of restored, right? Maybe that's going to start happening now? Take me with you. I was a hawk too. No, why not? Because you could never really hate Griffith. You're leaving? No, I don't think so. Yeah, save isn't even really the right word, right? It's probably like, I'm going to make a kingdom and she'll be my queen because we already did stuff. Is everyone leaving? Erica, what are you doing? Hurry and catch her. So what are we going to do now? Keep on the trial of vengeance? I won't leave her again. Don't say the trial of vengeance with Casca. I know, that's impossible. I know that. But the elf cave's been demolished. Staying here's a bit out of the question, huh? The fact that two branded people can't stay in one place for long was proven at the Tower of Conviction. Ain't there any other elf dwellings around here? None come to mind. Then you just lock Casca up again? That's sad. Didn't she run off in the first place because she hated that? Yeah, there's a place. It's a little far, but it's a beautiful paradise, probably safer than anywhere in this world. My home. Where you come from, Puck? Are you from Detroit? Can we leave her in Detroit? Is that safe? No, it is more complicated. It wasn't his will. His vessel fused with Guts and Casca's child. What do you mean his? Who's his? Griffith? Like Griffith has been restored because he was fused with Guts and Casca's child? Sorry, if that's a spoiler, I probably shouldn't know that, but I'm just confused as of right now, but that's fine. You can't even just stay one night. Like I said, as long as we have these brands, we'll just attract the dead and demon spirits. Then you'll be in danger too. I and Erica. But still, I too, don't abandon what you can't replace. Weren't those Godot's parting words? Poor Rickert. Just like sidelined the whole time. Take care, Casca. You better be sure to look after her, Guts. Snow, that's right. The time I left the Band of the Hawk, it was in snow just like this. The day I quarreled with him was on a snowy hill like this. This time, I'm the one who was deserted. I told you once, I will get my own kingdom. You should have known. This is the man I am. You of all people. I won't leave you behind. I won't leave you behind. I won't desert you anymore. This time, I won't lose you. Meanwhile, in everywhere else in the world... Oh. I swallowed wrong. I apologize. I'll be okay. Oh, I just start dying on this screen. This feeling must belong to that infant fused with the vessel. I was a little confused about that whole that whole series of events. I wasn't able to logically connect it as I read it. Jeez. So, am I mistaken? Because this was in the last volume, right? Right around the middle. It showed the infant inside of something. Was the infant inside of the, like, creature that got buried in the hole? That had its own little, like, monologue last stream? I was a little confused about that. I couldn't tell where the infant was. And really how Griffith's return to, like, human flesh happened. I don't know if, like, it's gonna explain that more later, or if there will be exactly. Is that right? Okay. I feel like there's a few details I missed then that I need to maybe go back and look at, but that's the vibe I got. What is happening here? Oh gosh, I can't show that. What am I doing? No! There's boobs. I have to go back and blur that. Where exactly is this happening? Yeah, I can show this. What will happen to us? Who knows? I'm sure we'll be taken to their land as slaves. We'll also be made to have Kushan children. It's the quickest way to take over another race. I heard a rumor that sacrificed women to their god. Either way, we're done for. This town, this kingdom, the Band of the Hawk, if only he were there, or he were here. This would never, there's no use saying that now. It's coming. Soon now, our helping hand. What's wrong with this girl? She saw her parents burned to death. She must have lost her mind. It's coming. The Hawk of Light is coming. I can hear it. That's what the wind whispers. Hold on. On list, live replay once stream ends. Yes, please. I have boobs to blur. If only it did not take so long for a city to fall. But General, they show no sign of accepting our repeated counsel to surrender. It seems the fear of our army is a bit too strong a medicine. The fools call extermination down on themselves when they could go on living as war slaves if they'd only submit. Oh, wow. Our forces have already managed to bring down 6 fortresses, and yet here you are. An entire clan has failed to capture just one man. I'm flabbergasted, Bakaraka. What makes you a warrior clan? How absurd. We're trying our best. And now you say the hawk flew off an evil beast. Who would believe such nonsense? Begging your pardon, but this invasion, I hear that it all started based on an oracle received by the high priest. In that case, any kind of abnormal phenomenon should be possible. One who is as a slave ought not to speak as if uninformed. What do priests know of war from a military standpoint? Claiming an oracle as the start of a war is no more than a pretext. You Bakaraka who rely on such muttered tripe are pathetic. You are all driven from the Empire for siding with the defeated royal family in the previous struggle for imperial succession, but your original social standing was at the level of slaves. What good will what is that word? Repatriation? Do you? My gosh. Even if our great emperor recognizes people like you as soldiers for amusement's sake, entrusting you with a mission is an act of raving drunkenness. What are you doing? If you would pardon the urgency. Uh-oh. It didn't work. Ah, damn you. Dang. Nice 3D effect. We beg your pardon. So swift. What skills? They crushed iron armor with their bare hands. Are they monsters? We now return to our mission of searching for the hawk. Never mind, he's here. Hello, Hawk. Good to see you. How are you? Ah. It is him. The one and only Griffith. 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 No need to search. I am so hot. Oh dear. Is that? Why, yes. The Hawk of Light? Impossible. Why is he here? What? Oh. Just right in the eye. Oh man, it hurts. But he's dead, it's okay. Excellency. But what do you think you're doing? Fire arrows, fire! Wait! He's beginning to believe. 1999 movie, directed by the Wachowski brothers, sisters, twins. What is the reference? Not one arrow? Did he dodge? Impossible. No way. Could he not that many? A coincidence. Fools! Do it again. Good idea. What? So Zod is just like personal bodyguard now to New Griffith. What is he? Honestly, so this album works well for like very intimate stuff. The other one works better for, there we go, for more like compelling things, I think. Here we go. Whoa. You see with that man, slay him as well. It's working. We're killing them all. That warrior, he's a monster. Stand your ground. They're just 2 horsemen. Hurry and bring him down. Stop dawdling. Oh. Time for the holy evil war? Oh no. My enemies, your pardon for being on horseback. My name is Locus? Locus is a cool name. Locus is a Latin word. I'm pretty sure. Let me look that up. Hiccups are back. Locus means a center of focus, of great activity or intense concentration. A set or configuration of all points whose coordinates satisfy a single equation. That's an algebraic thing. So like a locality or a place. So you could use, like, locus is a very old term that refers to, so like you could do like the locus of math. Like, we're going to learn the locus of math. Is a very old way of saying basically like category. More or less. It's a really cool word, though. I like it a lot. I have written here, guided by an oracle. I recognize you as the Hawk of Light. Is this the truth? The moonlit night locust. I accept your sword. Delighted. Hawk of Light, Hawk. But that can't be. I heard he died. There's no mistaking him. I saw his face in the victory parade at Wyndham. It couldn't be anyone else. He is Midland's guardian angel. Aye, insanity with just 3 horsemen. It's him. He's the one. Griffith! The wind whispered that the world had begun to change. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It's been better, but it's not good. Alright. Holy Evil War, huh? Stop them. Stop these 2 horsemen. Young master, wait. What benefit is there in being loyal to these? We should take advantage of this chaos to capture the hawk. He's incredibly beautiful. It's like he's not even human. Look out. Impossible. We Tapasa were knocked down? Slow, obtuse, the summit of the Baka Raka. The Tapasa inquire in amazement. Spirited away? Miyazaki, what are you doing here? That mask, you're Rexus. Why is our clan's exile here? I heard the oracle. You're the Hawk of Light. You're lovely. Someday I'll lop off your head and make it mine. Until then, I'll let no harm come to you. So Griffith is like assembling his own ragtag Ocean's 11 team. That's a little scary. I'll play with you. He's assembling his own like Band of the Hawks Season 2. Not good. Bar the gate, cut off their escape. I don't know though, because Isidro he's next level. He's better than anyone in the original Band of the Hawks, including Griffith or Guts. He's got the spunk. What? The giant? A Naga? Stand your ground. He's by himself. Attack. It spat fire. These newcomers are not random people. I didn't think so. I assume they've been kind of summoned by Griffith. That's what Locust said, more or less. All forces in the stronghold deploy. What in the... Who goes there? That's the Hawk of Light, the savior of the world. Or perhaps... Oh, you're back. Thank you. Why'd you have to use a bird? Nearing that force field as a luminous body was perilous. One mistake and I'd be lost in the astral world. Geez, Shirk, you're so tough to understand. The angel is the Hawk of Darkness, the master of the sinful black sheep, the king of the blind white sheep, the one who shall call down upon the world an age of darkness. A choking stench. Mind's gone numb with the stench of blood hanging in the air. Dyed red, everything red, red in the setting sun, shining upon the blood. This scene, which should be only gruesome, however... Hold on, sorry. It's a little booby, but I think it's okay. Instead, it was like an inimitable painting. Dang. We were now surely in the midst of some extraordinary tale. Whew, jeez. 2 chapters left, everyone. 2 chapters left. This has been a... like... finishing up the Mazga stuff... going into this has been, whew. Thank goodness we found a place where the snow and wind are tolerable for the time being. It is nice not to have to move with so many people, nice and quiet. It truly feels like a journey. How so? It's cold, we're hungry, none of it is nice. Then shall we return to the holy city, give up on the Black Swordsman? I have no such intention. Do you suggest I report to the court Supreme that the holy Iron Chain Knights and refugees were swallowed by monsters? Forget reassignment, we might actually end up being tried as heretics. Wonder if the vice commander's okay. He's an overly literal man. Hero of Midland! Besides, I no longer care to return to that mansion. But listen, what are you doing over there? Come closer to the fire. Ah, no, you needn't worry. We can't afford Kushan or like to show up, so we'll keep watch. Who would be out in the snow? Come and warm yourself. I'll not have the one who supplies my food collapsing. It was a snowy night, just like this, when I happened to meet Lady Farnese. Cold and hunger call forth that childhood day. Flashback! From now on, we're the ones who gets food around here. Runts like you don't get a share. Now get lost. You little... This is the holy city, the capital where gods dwell. The myriad towers aspire to praise God. The bells resound his glory. Here everything exists for God, and all is offered up to him. For those with nothing to offer, this city could prove to be a harsh place. In a rotting hovel on the edge of said city, I spent my youth together with it. A dim room at the rear of the second floor, opening that door was always depressing. Oh. Oh my. Emaciated to skin and bones by illness. I have your meal, mother. It reminded the young me of death. Where have you been? While your mother suffers here so, my back aches. Rub it for me. Her protruding twisted spine and ribs made her seem like some strange monster. How did you get those bruises? Oh, I got into a fight with the boys in town. You're an aristocrat. Fighting with commoners is absurd. You must have pride. Look at me. I am the visage of beauty. You alone are my hope. Someday your father will come for us. You must have the pride of an aristocrat so you don't disappoint him when that day comes. What is this guy's name again? I don't remember. I don't think I can remember either. I hope someone in chat says. Sidar, do you remember? What's this guy's name? Chad. Sigma Chad. Dang it. You mustn't get too excited, mother. You will suffer another coughing spell. I give this to you. Have pride. She repeated that deliriously like some mantra. Apparently, Serpico, thank you. He's the guy who did the little sword fight on the cliff edge with Guts, right? And then like jump down and around him. Is that correct? I think so. Apparently long ago she worked as a maid in a certain nobleman's mansion. She said at the end of the honeymoon with him she was blessed with me. Carry it with you always. Perhaps one day it will prove your claim. So I am the bastard son of a nobleman. Those are always the heroes. Jon Snow. Mother clung to her sweet memories and lived vicariously by burdening me with her dream. It seems she couldn't even imagine how in the world a child not even 10 had to manage to support himself and his mother on her sickbed. You owe my brother one for yesterday. Every day, mother forced me to bear more pride than I ever could. Beat him half to death. And every day the city robbed me of that pride completely. Before I knew it, I'd lost all expression and no longer felt anything. I can't move. At this rate, I'll be buried in snow. Few men cross swords with guts and live to tell the tale. True. Maybe that's just as well. Might be easier. The sound of wheels. Stop the carriage, my lady. Oh. I knew at a glance. Aristocrat. The word was a curse to me. What gazed down on me was unlike myself, no impostor, a genuine daughter of nobility. Perfect from her head to toes. Silly rabbit. Insolent whelp. What is it, my lady? We will be late for Holy Communion. What is it? Is this filthy child dying in the street? Holy Communion can wait. Put that boy in the carriage. We're taking him to the mansion. Oh. A much more intimate connection. My lady, we shall see to him. No, you shall not. I will look after this boy. All of you may leave. So she thinks she found a wounded puppy or something. Heed this. I am the one who saved your life. So you now belong to me. At the time, I was beyond, pledge yourself, my ability to fathom. But thanks to that, I was able to find unexpected employment. At a noble mansion? What is the name? I was so excited I failed to ask. Now I'd be liberated from this melancholy monster. I'd be lying if I said it didn't lift my heart. I was told I would live and work here starting tomorrow. Do not worry, my wages will allow me to hire a housekeeper to care for you. Although hearing what she said, I became aware of my sin. This is your one chance to touch noble society. Serve them well. I just watched Psycho again for like the second time recently. You're looking a little bit like Mrs. Bates down there. Oh my gosh. House Van Diemen. Its assets are rumored to surpass the budget of an eminent nation. Its bloodline is apparent in the royal families of several kingdoms. It is the noble family of noble families, centered in the holy city and boasting tremendous influence even in the religious community. Looking at it again, it's huge! But I was too young to comprehend such significance. Starting today, you're my personal page. You are to obey me, absolutely. Serve me well. Yes, Lady Furnace. I was released from those abominable days, and with that in mind, I was able to brook with the somewhat unreasonable commands of my new mistress. Poor thing, you put up with it well. All of Lady Farnese' servants get fed up with her disposition and run off. She even set fire to one girl's dress, badly burning her. Mind you don't go and put the young mistress in a foul mood. All in the mansion tread carefully around this little tyrant. But she had a fitting reason to be such. Her father and the Lord Van Diemen was zealous for his work and rarely returned to the mansion. And her mother, losing herself in dissipation, abandoned her daughter daily. Her parents buried her in things to express their love. The Lady Farnese was literally left to herself in this expansive mansion. Citizen Kane! The solemn statues looked down upon her, a grave and gloomy labyrinth. Titus groaned. While there were dozens of servants employed, she would rarely pass even one of them. Something about it reminded me of the melancholy hovel in which mother and I lived. In this huge prison, she lived alone as she saw fit. Maybe it was not mere pity and selfishness. Maybe we both sensed the same scent upon one another. That is no excuse to be a bully. What's no excuse? Did I miss something? You mean like Lady Farnese or what? One stormy night. Listen to me. You will stay here all night and hold my hand. Yes, milady. Lady Farnese, it is all right. Do something about that thunder, but I cannot. Oh no, the window. Lady Farnese, where are you? There in the storm, she was dancing in circles, crying out in a queer voice that was neither a scream nor a laugh. Something ghastly compelled her. Lady Farnese! It's a storm. You just need to become a storm yourself. It was this abnormal behavior that repulsed the people around her. One time, she led me into the woods behind the mansion. There, deep in the forest, existed a tiny clearing where the original being that created Titans lived. Suddenly I realized that scattered around us were what looked like the bones of small animals. Fetch me some twigs. The small bird, just recently Lady Farnese had been doting upon it. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. And unfortunately, the self-awareness doesn't usually exist within those people. But when it does, there's no excuse. It wouldn't become attached to me at all. But for but a moment, it fluttered ferociously and cried out, then before long fell into silence. This is a weird chapter. I wasn't expecting it some like third-party Lady Farnese backstory here. This is my crematory, my holy altar. I burn all the bad ones here. She spoke absorbedly. That story about the burned servant wasn't a lie. Her smile illuminated by the flames. It was as if, in doing this, she intended to frighten people and drive them away. But then why? The plaza overlooked by Lady Farnese's room. It was used for stake burnings during the height of an Inquisition. I heard that when she was younger, she went out and threw torches personally. I suppose she was alone in this darkness, lit only through the windows by the flickering flames. Father, One snowy day, the master of the mansion returned home. It had been over a year since I was hired, but this was the first time I had seen him. Just a minute, Farnese. I was just discussing business. Yes, father. Oh? Is that a filthy doll? Throw that out. I can order as many new ones as you like. Anyway, run along for right now. Yes, father. Lady Farnese? According to my fellow servants, years ago, the one time that the family took a trip together, Lady Farnese nagged her father to buy that rabbit for her. It seems to have been a precious memento. Lady, go away. I'll burn you up as well. She's afraid of being left all alone in this vast prison. She's afraid, so she injures them. She is afraid, so she estranges them. She is afraid, so she is desperate to be the one who is feared. Yep. Before a child can ever grasp for happiness, he must bury that part of himself adapting to reality. However, before long, his true self vanishes as the snow piles up in the labyrinth. One time, I was halted by the master of the house. What is it, master? What is hanging from your neck? This? I thought he would accuse me of stealing it. Let me see it closely. Oh, I thought so. It contained an inlaid picture of my young mother and father. Thus, I came to meet him. There's nothing especially moving about it for me. It was rather underwhelming. He's the one. What? Whom is this? However, the truth that Lady Farnese was my... was my younger half-sister shook me more than a little. Father said that there were 3 men, my half-brothers, each vying to succeed him as head of the family. He explained that in order to avoid any more useless squabbling, there was no way he could allow me, as a bastard, to assume the family name Van Diemen. If I promised to protect the secret, thenceforth I would be granted a title of nobility, and my circumstances would be dealt with in an appropriate fashion. Would you be willing to meet with my mother? In time. A polite dismissal. With so many assets, finding me and my mother should have been trivial. My poor mother. I accepted father's conditions. Very well. I hope to remain in this mansion. Honestly, I'm quite at a loss as concerns Farnese. She feigns innocence before me. But I hear from those in the mansion that their lives have been made much easier since you became her companion. That was what the father, who saw her only once all year, said shamelessly. We do not have the power now to melt the snow that lies thick about us. Perhaps we wanted merely to feel the warmth in each other, a warmth we had in common. Okay. I'm actually going to do a brief break here. Okay. So we're doing a brief break. We have 1 chapter left, but I have to go to the bathroom. So I'll just go to be right back here. And I'll be back in a couple minutes. Spooky, scary secrets. Always. I'm actually going to rewind this. Go back to this. Final act, everyone. You still here? Still hanging free and loose? All right. Let me timestamp this. All right. Last chapter of volume 22 of Snow and Flame. More of the flashback? Interesting. Interesting way to end the volume. Just a big, like, exposition dump. Time passed within the labyrinth. The two saplings beneath the snowy drift became bent and entwined as they grew, And without their knowledge, trees begin to extend their branches beyond their miniature garden, bearing curious fruit. Cool poetry. Lady Farnese, if you would join me for this dance, Lady Farnese. Rather, would you with me? Excuse me, Serpico, be my partner. Classic. Do they share a moment of intimacy? I don't care. So much for that. She is impossible to please. Everyone aims to be close to her. They're all desperate to get under the Vandimian umbrella. There's a sentence. Is she again going to dance with none but her escort? Who is he anyway? Some vagabond? I heard he belongs to the peerage, but was originally Lady Farnese's page. He was born common? Lady Farnese, it seems her father, Vandimian himself, is his sponsor. He sure picked the right place to worm into. What? Why is there a random hand on your face? I'll not forgive you for insulting my companion. Lady, a duel! However, as I am a lady, the very one you insulted shall be your opponent. Oh! Ow, it hurt. Well then, I guess this is a draw. Very well fought. Come now. Your skills belie your common origin. No wonder, as you have been chosen as the guard for young Lady Vandimian. I apologize for my earlier impoliteness, Lady Farnese. This wound is last week's, and these are from last month. What? Are you hitting him? You're biting him? What are you doing? Oh no, they have a complicated relationship. At this rate, you'll one day be like a rag doll. Why won't you fight seriously? Your sword skills should have been enough to win on any of those duels easily. Not at all, you give me too much credit. Fine then. You may be more exciting as a rag doll. Since when was it that despite her bench shape, Lady Farnese came to have feelings for me beyond those of a mistress for her servant? She likes to have a bite. Or two. She eats my meat. Maybe that was a natural thing, rather, for the two raised in the cradle of the little garden. This leaf thing right here, this is so lame. It's cool, but it's also lame at the same time, and it's hard to achieve. When I was a child in this city, I was taught to the point of revulsion that retribution is a foolishness. Foolishness? Yes, that incurs only retribution. This is the best way to preserve Lady Farnese's honor without sowing discord. I can raise this up a little bit. That year in the Holy City, I often caught sight of waifs. Mother's condition progressed, and I had to send her to a sanitarium. She no longer even knew who I was. Ah, dear husband, I've been waiting for you. That severity had vanished from her face. In the end, Father never once came to see her. Gazing away at a dream, in time she came to live within that dream. This must have relieved her. The master of the house came back after several years. But so soon? You object? Marriage? I'm doing this for your sake, Farnese. I've heard tell every time you go to a ball, a duel ensues. It seems that I have not intervened enough in the life of my only daughter. Being 16, you must assume the dignity of a lady. Your fiancé is a certain generous member of royalty who has accepted this proposal despite being aware of your negative behavior. It goes without saying, but this is also for the sake of the Vandimian family. You do understand. Oh! Yes, Father. Thankfully, this is okay. Curious fruit left to be raised by another, but when it is ripe, the one who picks it is the owner of the forest. Lady Farnese? Can I show? Yes. Lady, No, I can't leave this place outside. I can't live anywhere other than here. But if you were to take me and run away, because you and I are bent together. Fathers, mothers, siblings. Why was I now unable to escape from all the yokes that bound us? A fire, the mansion! The mistress has gone mad! Bro, true. Although I haven't had the upbringing that Serpico has, so I can't relate. I wasn't rescued from a bad circumstance. One of the mansion's houses has burned down in the fire. That foolish daughter to think she could go so far. I permit absolutely no one to hear of this. It would smear the Vandimian name in mud. The wedding is called off. Lady Farnese was sent to a monastery. She's a devil child. I cannot deal with her. On the master's orders, I was sent as well to learn about the world and to observe her. Undesignedly, her wish had come true. But ever since that day, there was no longer anything between Lady Farnese and myself, but a mistress-servant relationship. Days were spent in tranquil dialogue with God, but the Vandimian name did not long afford her such pleasure. Oh, how gallant! It is the tradition that the leader of the Holy Iron Chain Knights be a lady. But how grand for it to be the daughter of the glorious Vandimian family! We entrust you with this duty. Your Vice Commander Azan will see to all practical matters, so you need not worry. You should find you may ask him many things regarding a knight's frame of mind. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Then, by chance, that winter, rampant heretics began setting fires to temples and mansions of nobility. Even the Holy Iron Chain Knights, who were primarily ceremonial guards, were sent to compulsorily capture and suppress the heretics. That rundown building, all forces charge. As if possessed, Lady Farnese took personal charge of running up the heretics. That diligent discharge of duty was enough to make even the Supreme Court marvel. Lady Farnese's expression illuminated by the flames. It was the one from that time. Flames, they scorched her heart, the fundament of her childhood. Perhaps Lady Farnese had found the place she belonged. Heretics. They weren't devil worshippers. They were members of a heretical sect. They protested against the wealth of world. I can talk. They protested against the wealth of the world being monopolized by the church and nobility. They preached all are equal in the eyes of God. It was denounced as heresy by the Holy See. The oppression against those who threatened their social status and authority reached the extremes of violence. If even one relative was exposed as a heretic, the entire family would be coerced into a trial. How many innocent people Farnese burned alive? Honestly, the whole movement? A lot? Most? In reality, it meant an entire family wiped out. Nearly all who were arrested were poor third-class citizens who lacked even their daily bread. They were who I once was. But no gruesome spectacle I witnessed could manage to shake my heart. Until then. I should have seen this coming. This makes sense. We were finally able to strike their headquarters. Who would have thought a sanitarium would be their den? Well done, Lady Farnese. Mother. What did you say? Why? Oh God, why is she here? Serpico? This is some kind of a mistake. I mean, Mother no longer understands anything. Mother? Did you just say Mother? Is your mother one of those? That'd be impossible. A relative of a member of the Holy Iron Chain Knights, a heretic? Well, yes, but he did just... If this is true, it constitutes a major problem. Is it my fault? Is it because I left you alone in that house? Was it because your wish... Was it not your wish fulfilled thanks But was not your wish fulfilled thanks to your decision? Oh, dear husband, I chanced to meet father and joined the peerage as you wished. You have been despondent nonetheless since. Oh, how long it has been. Isolated, clinging to God while living in your dream world. I hated you. I sometimes wish for your death so I might escape your yoke. Has our son been of use to you? He has not done anything to disgrace the family name? Is that the reason? Is this your revenge? You throw the torch. Far! Prove it to me. Prove she's not your mother. Swear it once more, I am your mistress. Only I, always, now, and forever. What did we bury and hide? What did we burn to ashes? What were we delivered from? What were we enchained by? The third winter since then, that mansion, that holy city, is probably buried in snow again. We left that labyrinth. We never thought we would escape. And now we're beneath the sky of a long journey. The snow falls surrendering. The snowfall is surrendering. Let's depart. Lady Farnese will follow that black swordsman, as if trying to melt the snow with flame. Upon the snow, the footprints alone continue on. And that's it. Your sister forces you to burn your mother. Yeah, that's a hard one. That's a hard pill to swallow. I'll say that much. Hold on. Okay, we're good. That's it. We're done. We did it, everybody. Congrats. We made it through the end of volume 22. So it's interesting how the story has shifted. We're in the Millennium Empire, not the Millennium Falcon. We're in the Millennium Empire arc. It seems like Griffith is building his own little mini army. He's like drawing people to him, so to speak. I don't know the full extent of how he regained a physical body, and he's not just Femto or whatever his name was. I'm curious to see what happens next, because we've kind of ended the Mozgus thing. The tower stuff is done. Farnese is probably going to be either included in the gut stuff or she's going to go her own way. So the next set of volumes that we'll be doing, 23, right? 23 and 24 will probably be leading into new plot lines, which will be cool. I'm curious to see what Griffith is going to do and the things that Guts and company find next on their journey. So that's it. That's it. Pretty cool stream. Days of Glory is around the corner. I hope so. I hope things look a little bit better for some people, but we'll see. Isidro is still great. Great character. Cool to see a little bit of like backstory for Serpico and Farnese, which is nice. Really interested to see what becomes of her character. And now Casca is hanging with Guts again, which is cool. So eager to see where that goes as well. But yeah, thank you for joining me, Sadar, and everyone else. Really appreciate it. Next week we're doing a reaction to Green by REM. And then probably 2 to 3 weeks from now, we'll be doing another Berserk reading, which will be cool. But until then, thank you everyone for watching. Take care. Godspeed. Fare thee well. And I'll catch you around.